Hi guys, it's I. First thing I want to do is clear up the hair thing. So in my last vlog, it looked like my hair was really short, or that I had cut my hair. But I think I had it in a ponytail, and because my bangs are a lot, it looked like a haircut. And plus it was dark, so you couldn't really tell. But I want to thank everybody for the compliments. That was really sweet. And now I know how it would look when I do cut it, or if I ever do cut it. I wanted to also talk about Sunday. So if you guys watched Bobby's vlog, HCG Bald Fat Man, thank you for inviting me to your talk show. I mentioned eating a hot dog on Sunday. I went to the theater and we went to go see Karate Kid, which was so good. You guys gotta take your kids to see it. Okay, so it was 5:45 and I had a choice. Either I eat at the theater right then because we kind of got there right in time, or I wait till we got home, which would be about 9, because we didn't want to eat out because the kids had school the next day, blah, blah, blah. And by that time, because I was already hungry, and by that time I would have been like really hungry and it might have done worse damage. So I decided, well, I'm going to buy a hot dog. And they have these new hot dogs at the theater now. They have the regular Nathan hot dogs, which is regular size hot dog. And then they have these new ones called Black Angus dog, which is like 30% longer, but it has the same amount of bread, which is a flimsy amount of, bun that usually they have at the theaters. And I got a Black Angus dog, and that's all I ate in a very large coffee. They had Starbucks coffee there, so I had a big iced coffee. Also, I want to add that during the protocol, I've always had cream in my coffee. So if you guys are wondering about that, newbies, I use Coffee Mate, the powdered form, in my coffee when I make it from home. And then when I'm out and about, I use half and half. And I just cannot drink coffee without cream. And coffee has been such a saving grace for me when it comes to getting rid of my hunger. So it's another choice I make, whether I, drink the coffee and not binge out on things, or don't drink the coffee and have the fear of just eating, being hungry all the time. So, which is after a while on the round, it becomes a little psychological because you're not really that hungry because of the HCG, but you're so used to having it already. I don't gain weight from that. I've had tons and tons of cream in one day and still have lost a pound, pound and a half the next day. So it doesn't affect me as much, and I don't know if it would be the same for anybody else, but that's how it works for me. It makes me think like Simeon's protocol. It was a very generic and basic diet because he had to try to make it fit everybody. But as you do the diet, you start learning more about your body and you start finding replacement foods for what he let us have. For example, he lets us have grissini sticks, and I was looking at the nutritional values for the grissini stick, and I'm like, it is low in stuff, low in, everything, but it's made out of enriched white flour and, all this weird stuff that I've been taught, or I've been learning myself to not eat. And so I've been trying to find something to replace that, and I did. And you guys are gonna laugh, but really works for me as long as I don't binge out on it, which I don't because it's spicy, so I don't like to eat a lot of it because I know it's salty. But if you guys have kids, you guys buy Snyder's pretzels. And they have these ones called hot buffalo wing pretzel bits or whatever. And it looks like this. And if I just eat half an ounce of it, it like really enhances my lunch, and I don't have any adverse effects the next day. So I just wanted to let you guys know that it's a cheat, but I use it as my grissini stick, and it's made out of unbleached, wheat flour. So has traces of oil in it and stuff, but not enough when you're just eating, half an ounce, which is like 5 little pieces. So I just wanted to share that with you. Wanted to put it all out there. Also, that night after the movie theater, I exercised for about 20 minutes on the. Did I do the treadmill? No, I think I did. I jumped rope. And the next day I had a zero point 0.6 release. So that is really good for me. 0.6, it's above average. And at day 42, that was, I think, by that time, that was a great release for me. So that, or maybe it was day 43. Anyways, it was a great release for me. So I was really happy that I made that decision because I have a feeling that if I waited till I got home and super hungry, I would have done a lot more damage. Now yesterday was different. I had some rotisserie chicken, and I had rotisserie chicken before, and it hasn't been good for me unless I only eat a little bit of the breast. But of course, when I'm smelling the rotisserie chicken, I end up eating the parts that I like. And I paid for it today because I stalled. And I really don't think that stall is from 2 days ago from the hot dog because I'm pretty sure it's from the rotisserie chicken because it's happened before. And I don't know why I think I'm always gonna get away with it this time when I haven't gotten away with it before. So I guess it was just there's nothing else to eat or something dumb like that. Or it's because I went to Costco and I was smelling it the whole time I was there. So I stalled today, but I'm at 128.8, so I'm really close to goal. Very happy about that. Before I go, I want to shout out to a few people. I want to shout out to Bobby. Thank you for inviting me to your little talk show, HCG Bald Fat Man. And I also want to shout out to Sarah, St. Provo girl Sarah, because she has these last few days to go and she's trying to get away from the 160s. And I am going to push her through this because I'm going to push myself to get away from the 130s so that during stabilization we both don't have to worry about going up past those points. So Sarah, you can do it, girl, and I'm here for you all the time. I've got my phone. You texted me this morning. I texted you back like right away. So we're just going to support each other and we're going to get through this because I want this to be my last week too. So I'm in P4 when we're in Vegas. I just don't want to have to worry about it. One more shout out is to my good friend Shanna. She started last week and she was pretty much alone the first week. She didn't sign on to Facebook or YouTube, so she felt kind of alone, and it was very, very difficult for her because she went through what we all go through, and that she has to cook for her son and her husband, and she has to go back to her protocol food. So we all know how hard that is. So she did great. She released 8.6 pounds last week, and so I'm really proud of her. And if you guys can reach out to her, that would be cool too. She just opened up an FB, which is Shanna HCG, and I'll pop it down here. It's with 2 N's, SHANNA. And hopefully she can make a lot more friends on FB and get a lot more support because since I live 300 something miles away from her, I can't just like hop over to her house. Her husband is best friends with my brother. So at least she'll get that kind of support if she asks my brother. So Shanna, make sure you reach out if you have any questions because there's a lot of people here that will totally help. Okay? And I will see you in about a week and a half. To everybody else, happy releasing, happy maintenance, and happy stabilization. I will talk at you guys tomorrow. Peace.